Welcome to Season 4 of Gaming with Scott presents Marvel Superheroes, a Southgate Media podcast. Join us each week as our newest heroes follow a path of discovery and attempt to forge a team to save the city and perhaps themselves from the dangers of the world before the Arkanoids arrived. Starring John Garlick, Jay Payne, Jade Duguay, Josh Jackson, Rico Suarez, and me, Scott Troiano, running the table as the judge. Epic teamwork and struggles await you just beyond this music.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gaming with Scott. I am here with John Garlick.
Hey, babies.
I am here with Joshua Jackson.
I'm karma deficient.
And I'm here with Jade Duguay.
Where am I? It's dark in here.
Oh,
It's dark in here. I can't get this thing out of my... All right, so everybody gets a base 3,000 karma.
nice.
Woo woo!
So you want to write that down?
Hey,
All right.
cute.
Okay. All right.
Mr. Garlic, you get an extra 825.
'Cause you party.
Why?
Mr. Jackson,
Huh?
you get an extra 940.
Ooh, I like it.
Ms. Duguay,
See.
you get an extra 1,020.
That's a lot of karma.
Think of how many
I like
Carls
it.
you can buy with that.
Carl's?
Can I ask you a question about karma?
Yes.
Can you just go out of the box and buy power stunts for powers you already have? I think it's like 1,000.
Correct. And
So you can do that?
Yes, you can. But in order to be able to, then you have to solidify them.
10 times or something like that?
It's in the book. There's a number of, you have to spend karma and get red feats.
Okay.
And as you solidify them, the reds become yellows, the yellows become greens, and then
Okay. Because I was thinking about doing that. Okay.
over a length of time, you can create power feats.
Cool. I like it.
Ta-da. You can also create maneuvers with your fellow teammates.
So the
do you
fastball special kind of.
I was going to say,
Yes.
have you guys heard of the fastball special?
Yeah.
That's when Colossus picks up Wolverine and throws him into the fight.
It's good stuff.
It's very good stuff.
I like that. I need to look how much talents are. I was thinking about buying a talent.
What talent?
No, I have no talent, but I'm saying I would like to buy some
Yeah,
with
you
karma.
don't have any talent. What talent were you looking at?
What did I put down? Occult lore, because I'm a dragon.
You're not that talented. Go
I
ahead.
had resist domination, which would make sense for a dragon. Underwater combat, which would make sense for the character.
Oh, it would.
And with my background, bibliophile. So those are
Lots of books in the water. I'm with you.
well, no, in the gem or whatever. There's a whole bunch of. There's a lot of backstory to that.
So when they destroy the gem, books are just going to come pouring out. That's okay. I'm with you. Carry on.
He's
Move along.
The imagery.
He's a bookworm.
Yeah, the holodeck.
Oh, he is a bookworm.
That was
I
awesome.
Like, John, I like
that.
that.
Was well. But no, the holodeck that I was on in the gem for hundreds of years or whatever. There's, I'll write you out some stuff. There's interesting stuff. It sure
Go
it
ahead.
isn't.
I know. Go
Sure
ahead.
it isn't. Anyway,
It's
so I was
magical.
looking at other talents. I don't know how much those cost. I have to look at it.
Nice Thanos shirt, by the way.
I love you. Thank you.
All right. So where were we when last we left the Marvel Universe?
No idea.
As I recall, we had just finished our island adventure, where we were tracking down the place where Selene had been deposited on.
Oh, that's right.
On the
Yeah, she
the abandoned Hydra base.
walked into the ocean or
Floated
flew away.
floated her ass away as a raft kind of deal. Made of roses, or rolled along the bottom of the ocean, or something like
Or
that.
flew
Right,
away.
right.
Who knows?
And we,
Did you guys go back to the base, to your home base
I think we were in the
at Wellington's
process
house?
of
I thought we
returning
went back to
Wellington's.
the deserted Hydra base, and that's where we ended.
I thought so.
I can't remember.
I
Honestly,
thought we were on the beach.
I
But
thought
that's
we
okay.
were on the beach.
So you look
yeah.
up, Thanos descends from the thing, snaps his fingers, and everyone dies.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Okay, so let's wait for
So-
Infinity War 2. I'm just kidding. Haha.
Hey, death is hardly a career-ending injury for people like us.
Exactly.
No, look at Tupac.
Whoa, too soon.
Well, I'm just saying. He came out with stuff after he died. It's awesome.
Right. No, I'm just saying in Infinity War, your favorite character dies, especially your favorite character.
What if I don't have a favorite character?
They die too.
When you find one, they die.
Then the character you like to hate on the most dies.
Oh, good.
They all died. Everyone. There's no one left in the Marvel
It's very
universe.
tragic.
Everywhere.
I'd say Hawkeye.
Well, no, there's a crack commando team that is going to be featured in Avengers Infinity War 2.
The Luminaries?
Commander Shotgun. The Luminaries. Commander Shotgun.
Or is it Lumineers?
Luminaries, I believe, is
Luminaries.
an actual
The Lumineers.
Lumineers.
Lumineers is a band.
Luminaries.
No, I was
Luminaries.
thinking, now we come and join the crew that's made for you and me. LUM. I don't know how to spell the rest of the word.
R-I-E-S, that doesn't rhyme.
Ripcord.
All right, so you make it ripcord. So you make it. You open Wellington opens a
portal.
A portal. Galvanic takes you guys back.
And then he says, "Get out of my house for a while."
No, he says, "I got some things I got to get done."
All right. We will meet with you some other time.
Yep.
Exactly. Where you going? What you doing? What you got? What you looking at?
All right. Well, I have some. Actually, I have business to attend to today.
Oh, wait a
because-
minute. Did you guys beat down the manager before you went to the island?
Oh, that's right. The last thing we did
We
was
did.
we beat the manager like he owed us money.
right.
Well, he did.
From-
like,
He
was
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
to kill me.
He tried to chop off your head.
he tried to
Yeah.
see if he could kill you.
He slit your throat, and
you almost died.
that's
oh
right.
My
We
God.
blocked the memory. It was too traumatic.
It was.
I did almost. Oh God.
Wait, hold on. You did. That's right. You
But
gave
I
the manager a beating.
Yeah.
And also,
And then
I
kicked him out in the street.
I seem to recall branding his forehead with my thumb so I could find him again with a Geiger counter.
That is correct.
With the Geiger counter.
That is correct.
I'm very dangerous for knowing a little bit of science,
Oh yeah, very much so.
and
Science?
also having enough midichlorians to fake it.
Oh no, let's not use the M word.
Okay, sorry.
Don't you see?
Parasites attracted to the force. Don't
No,
they?
okay, that's much better.
Parasites.
Hey, they've been to Paris. It's right there in the name.
Yeah, it's fancy.
Okay, so where you going? What you doing?
All right. Well, there are two things.
Yeah,
I
what,
need to.
what do you need to do, Commander Shotgun?
I need to turn this giant bag of 1 carat diamonds into a large amount of cash.
All right, so we're going to.
We're going to talk to my friend Jonesy. He knows a guy.
Oh, he was the bar guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, no. We're not going to talk to my friend Jonesy. He is my. Oh yeah, Jonesy's my criminal contact. Sarge is my military contact.
Correct.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
Sarge was and so Sarge was arranging for the security team, which arrives tomorrow, and I need this to pay them. So
I got you. And I had one thing to do after this. We can deal with that first. Lumen, what about you? Anything you need to do, or
Nope.
dry cleaning? Anything? Got anything? No. Okay.
Were you planning to check back in with the circus?
I want to check in with the circus.
I guess we could check in with the circus.
I am building you a team. I'm your vizier. I'm going to vizier. I think we need to get your
Where are we going?
giant.
Where are we going, Jafar?
Well, for one thing, we're going to recruit her giant Cossack friend.
What was his name?
Dead weight.
No.
Arcady.
No.
Arcada.
Alexandre.
Arcady.
Something.
The guy with the
The chair leg that.
Gorsky.
Gorsky. That's right.
It was
great
it was from
Gorsky.
his grandmother's table.
Yeah, he probably slept with his grandmother.
Oh, come on!
What?
You're making it weird.
Don't make this.
We've pruned some weird lately, and we don't need any more.
Art Gorsky.
Gorsky. Yeah.
We
Art.
love that. We love that guy.
Yes.
Ah.
So they're still in town. We'll drop by them second or later.
Okay.
I'll take you back to the circus.
And what were you needing to do?
We had talked about going and approaching one of the armies, and I thought it was a decent idea. The worms.
To the south.
I don't know,
Whence
is it
came the
south,
worms?
south or the west?
I just listened to the podcast where we had a really interesting conversation, and at the end of it, we were told we were retarded, and our the one guy that we were going to talk to, we were forbidden from talking to because his magic ring was given away to the manager, And
Which ring? What guy?
there was a goal. There was we were wanting to talk to.
The manager.
No, we were wanting to talk to Steve the Leprechaun,
Stevie.
and then
Oh, yeah.
suddenly that was ixnayed.
I remember.
Yes.
I think there were ulterior motives there.
Yeah. Whatever.
So moving on.
All right. So yes, the worms to the south. Were,
So you guys are going to approach the spider army, right?
No.
We just
No,
said
the
dragon army, you
Oh,
weirdo.
I'm sorry. The wildlings are to the south, led by Wild Jack. The west was worms.
Yeah. last-
Okay, north was
How the
trolls,
west was worms.
east was eaters, plus goblins,
Horrible.
plus the she in the unseelie court,
Hey, will
and
you
plus the in-betweeners.
will you like type that up at some point and like send that to our Slack?
In triplicate. Just
Just send it to our
sign
Slack.
off
Or
on
just
it.
take a picture of it.
There
And
was
send it
also
over.
there was also General Ephraim, who was
Ephraim.
Ephraim, that we had the opportunity to assassinate. I think when we trashed the.
And
Ark
we
Tower.
have an alliance with the Super Bunny Army of the Wild, right?
Yeah, what's going on with our sushi chef?
The little rabbit.
Rabbit.
Yeah, he's just there.
yeah,
He's
and
sitting on the couch watching TV.
the wildlings. Yes, Wild Jack.
The wildlings? You mean the wild?
The wild,
Wild.
yes, which involves spiders somehow, but I don't remember how.
Yeah.
So
But anyway, we can go do your business, Aaron, real quick.
Okay.
That works?
yes,
Okay. Well, it's okay if we come with you. I don't want to
absolutely. Well, I don't care if you can,
hold it together.
Not be
don't try
dragging
to
me.
like take him to justice or something.
Well,
Don't try to arrest my criminal contact.
That guy
please.
disappeared on us.
I'm
Yes. Okay.
the guy who does that is gone.
Yes. All right. So we're gonna go talk. We're gonna go back to the bar where you turned into a sexy lady, and we're gonna go talk to.
You're checking me out, bastard.
Hey, lady. Whoop. Oh.
Anyway.
All right, you roll up to
Yes.
the bar. They're playing Gangnam Style.
Wow. Okay. All right. So
This place has gone downhill.
well, hey, that actually it is like what 2014 right now. We are
Right.
It is like they're so current.
Hey, I do want to point out that I believe in our very first episode we said it was current times.
It is not because
It is
we
not
are
because
actually
we are before the space landing
There's-
of
Which I know we established later, but
yes,
early in the timeline we said it was modern.
we were wrong.
It is actually this is concurrent to the High Point game, which started in 2014, where there are going to be some world-changing events that happen over the course of that game, like Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Yeah. I can't wait till those intersect, by the way. It'll be
Yeah.
interesting.
Right? I'm already working on it.
I want to
I'm-
fight
I'm-
some Arkanoids.
I'm building.
Anyway. Oh no! Wait, our Arkanoids. We'll just forget about Arkanoids.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll go away.
John, spoilers. Come on.
Anyway,
You can go back and listen to season 1 now at gamingwithscott.libsyn.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so all right. So
Humanoid form following you.
all right.
Which gender humanoid?
Male.
Okay, good for you. Lumen, are you going with?
Yep.
Alrighty, so you come to the bar, and it is a bar at 12th and Oriental. It's sort of a dive neighborhood. It's sort of a local bar. And sitting at the end of the bar in an army jacket, some jeans, a nondescript gray T-shirt, not happy that Gangnam Style is playing on the radio. Not happy, just sort of like cringy. Is Jonesy?
Jonesy,
Hey,
I'm back again.
Commander.
Oh, good to see you.
Good to see you too. What do you got something? You got anything? You got something for me?
I actually have something that I would like to turn into cash. I have recently come into a collection of I'll come by and sit at his little corner. I've now these aren't technically blood diamonds, but they're basically blood diamonds.
Okay.
Conflict diamonds, I think, is the politically correct term.
All right. What do you got?
Jingle, jingle. I'll put up the little. I've got a little Crown Royal bag full of about.
Nice.
It was a full pound. I spent 16 health points for a full. Pound of, and I threw like a handful at the manager. So I'm thinking that out of the and I gave like a couple away to various ferry servitors.
Right.
So I did some math. Converting ounces into carats and finding the price of a diamond per carat. Mm-hmm. These are all 1 carat diamonds, by the way.
Excellent.
It comes to about $200K.
Are they cut or are they?
I was going to say they were cut, but
okay.
The thing is, they wouldn't have any of the identifying marks,
right?
De Beers or whomever.
Well, the Gemological Society of National Gem People or whatever they. And somebody will correct me on that.
And they will also be presumably like identical because they were just sort of generated with a power. So
sure.
I have molecular creation.
Yep.
And
he looks in the bag
carbon
and he goes, "Oh, that's a bit."
A bit spicy for your taste?
Yeah, that's a little above my pay grade, but I know a guy.
All right.
I can set you up with him. I can check with him and see when he's going to be available. Let me hang on just a second. He pulls out his phone and
not Campagnati, please.
And he goes,
"You're no fun."
Just making sure.
He goes, "Well, can he be Campagnati adjacent?"
Yeah, I guess. I don't. I think it will be all right.
I know a guy named Felix, and he's not part of the Campagnati crew, but
I mean, I recognize that Campagnati is how you do business around here.
So
I won't begrudge somebody for having some ties to some of his ties.
Okay.
Just like not directly under him.
Okay. All right. Then I know a guy named Felix. He should be able to move the entire bag.
Okay.
He's not available until this evening, like
all right.
9:15.
Okay.
He's got a jewelry store on 38th that you can go to. It's not the best neighborhood, but
I'll be careful.
Well, I don't think you're going to have a problem with it, but he's one of the only stores in that entire neighborhood that has never been robbed.
You don't say.
At least successfully. He's got some security. He's got a few goons, but he handles jewelry and gems and watches and things like that.
Okay, well, tell him that I am interested in turning this over.
Okay. He texts back. He gets a thing. He goes, all right, so be at his place at 9:15. He'll buzz you in, and you're going to tell him hopscotch that Jonesy sent you, because he's going to ask you what the word is. We've agreed on hopscotch. There you go.
I will commit it to memory. All right, Jonesy, I appreciate it.
Hey, anytime.
All right. Okay, so that's. And I'll ask. Hey, do you need anything?
No, I'm doing okay right now.
Okay, good.
I'm all right. Thanks.
All right. All right. So I will mosey on out of there.
Gotcha.
I'll get a drink.
Okay.
Down it because we're on the move.
You get a drink. You down it, and Jonesy leans over and he goes, "Yeah, so I don't need anything, but I know an out-of-towner who's looking to purchase some interesting tech."
I know a little bit about interesting tech. What kind of what's his poison?
Well, that's the thing. He's making a gel cap, like what do you call those things you take like NyQuil?
Oh, so like a chemical suspension.
Yeah. For some weird mineral.
Oh, okay. I think I can probably come up with something for that. That might be. Yeah, we can work on that. I mean, honestly, pharmaceuticals aren't my main thing, but I can see what I can do. I mean, you might end up with like one of those Nimbus or Eli Lilly guys.
Yeah, they're in the run for it too. But I thought I'd throw it your way. I didn't know if it was something that was. I mean, you're the guy that comes up with all the crazy gadgets, and well, not crazy, but I mean, your stuff is good. It's solid tech.
Right.
But I didn't know if this was something that would be in your lane or not.
Actually, I think given the what I've got on my plate right now, I'm going to have to pass on this particular job.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure there's people at Nimbus that can handle that.
Probably. Well, because I didn't know the guy's name is Luther, and I didn't know if
Dun dun dun.
and I didn't know if
Never heard of him.
Okay.
I don't deal with people I don't know that well.
Sure, I understand completely. I just I figured I'd toss it out there. I didn't know if you were good for it or not.
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna have to bench this one.
No worries.
John remembers this plot.
You're right. All right. So what are you guys doing?
What are we doing? See you
All right.
drink?
Okay. Well, I've got a shot of bourbon in me, and I'm ready to go and talk to your dragon friends out west. Are we talking
we're
like
done here? I thought we were going on to somebody else. I thought he was saying something about another.
No, it'll have
guy.
it'll have to be later tonight. The guy has a strict schedule. Maybe he's a vampire. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, as we're out. Okay. So, but yeah, I'm ready to move on to your thing if you're ready for that.
I just need to go find a quiet room and try to commune with a couple of the Fae folks to see where the heck to try to head these guys off. They're coming from the west, but the west is pretty big.
Well, dragons where do dragons like to live? Like mountains?
Well, I mean,
Castles?
whatever you're thinking about Puff the Magic Dragon or Elliot is probably not what we're going with. So,
all right.
So yeah. So can I try to tap some mythical contacts that I have?
What mythical contacts do
So
you have?
I have 3 that were approved. The 4th one you wanted to wait on and wasn't sure about.
Uh-huh.
They were mythical Seelie Fae, mythical Unseelie Fae, mythical Dwagons, and the 4th you were like, maybe not. That was professional Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
That was the wait one.
Okay. So, which one of the first 3 would you want to reach out to?
Probably the dragons, I would think. And being gone for so long, I don't even know if I could do that. So, how would I go about doing that?
Okay. How are you going to go about doing that? How would you find a dragon in this day and age in a landlocked state?
For me, I was going to try to either meditate, commune, telepathy, something. I don't know.
Do you have telepathy as a power? No. All right, give me a roll.
We could mobilize the pixies.
66.
66. Alrighty. Roll me one more D10 and see if it rolls as a 6.
No.
Okay. What'd you roll?
Why am I supposed to be a 1?
You rolled 661?
Yeah.
All right, it's not quite 666.
I was going to say.
You telepathize.
Then the manager shows up.
And you're like, and you hear, and then you're like, oh, that radio over there is playing Sympathy for the Devil. Damn it. All right. You couldn't seem to link in. There's no.
No, I gotcha.
Right.
If I'm not able to use any of the 3 contacts that I have, I try to tap into total memory and figure out exactly. Try to commune and figure out where they would be heading coming from the west,
Or how things would be, how calls would be relayed.
Yeah.
Okay. So give me a roll on total memory to activate.
25? No.
What's your total memory?
40. Nah, it's a white.
Nope. Okay. You're like, I got no idea. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to have to think about it then. Bad rolls, have to wait.
Alrighty. He meditates for a while.
Are you training your dice?
And he gets up, and then he wanders around the room, and he's like looking east and west and north and south, and then to the west, and then to the east, and then to the west. And he's kind of got this, like, you can tell, like, he has, while he was meditating, he reverted back to dragon form, and he's just kind of marching around in dragon form, and you're going, like, he's got this look about him like, wait, was it to the left? Wait,
Are
hold
you
on.
trying to figure out a place to relieve yourself, or is this
Okay, there's two reasons I'm pacing.
Okay.
Second reason, I don't know where to intersect these guys. I don't know where they're going to be. I mean, there's probably, I'm going to guess 50, 60 of them, but the West is big. It's just a general location.
Do
general
the dragons have servants, or do they work alone?
Normally work alone. They're attracted to wealth, hordes, as you would say.
Are they shape changers like you?
Some. Every element is covered. Fire dragon, water dragon.
Okay.
Could
Could we pass a message along through the fairies? I mean, we could ask the pixies that live behind the fridge.
Yeah, we could. And one thing that has popped into my head is looking at some of the more popular exits from the hedge coming from the west. So, from the Fey realm to here, we could look at the most popular exit points. So maybe the pixies behind the fridge could help. I don't know.
Let's okay. Let's
Or what's the bunny? What's his name?
well, the bunny
One-eyed Jack.
has one job. Let's leave
Proliferate.
the bunny has one job. Let's let him do the one job before we put other duties on him.
You had one job. Yeah, but no, I mean, you just made me think of a good idea. Let's try to find where the most popular exits from the Fey realm to our realm coming from the west are.
All right.
And narrow it down that way.
Okay.
Everybody give me an intuition roll.
Oh, this better be good. 58 on a typical 6. It's
Nice.
a green.
86 on a good 10 is a yellow.
Ooh. Young lady?
I got a 36 on a remarkable.
That should be good.
Just above a green.
Just a bit outside.
Alrighty. When he says wealth and hordes, two thoughts enter your mind. The first is, what is the biggest store of wealth in a single location in the United States?
Fort Knox, Kentucky.
Okay, that thought enters your mind. And the second thought that enters your mind is, what is the largest chunk of wealth in the city of Indianapolis?
Now, that's a good question. Well, there depends on how you...
How do you, Commander Shotgun, what is the wealthiest avenue, or who would be the
okay.
would you say a company? Would you say a store of art? Would you say what
you say
vein would you go, hey, wait a minute, locally that would be?
Would you say a road?
Yeah. Well, there are two different ways that this could go. One would be, like an art museum represents a store of wealth, or you could go to a big company that that represents money as power.
My thought is, it's a dragon. Dragons want things, tangibles.
North Meridian Street. That's what I thought. Or road.
We've already trashed that area.
Yeah.
Quit it. Leave
So-
him alone.
No, that's
So, like, tangible things that they could quote unquote hoard.
yeah.
A museum of some sort would
Okay.
make.
Let's go to the
Antiquities.
IMA, the Indiana Museum of Art. We haven't trashed
that yet.
We haven't trashed that art museum yet.
Yet. Yeah.
So
right,
that would be if you think about it, there are a variety. I'll share these thoughts. We could go to a place where where there's a massive amount of physical wealth that your kindred would be drawn to, or at least made comfortable by.
More precious metals and gems, but if they're newer age dragons, they could be
interested in
Other things, antiquities, as you were saying. I don't know.
artwork.
There's major banks or major holdings of gold or silver, fortresses, anything of that nature.
Fort Knox, Kentucky has this nation a large part of this nation's gold supply.
Where is that?
It's about 6 hours to the south of us. No, maybe not that many hours.
Doesn't help us. But, okay.
And also, I'm kind of persona non grata there. I don't want to go into it. Anyway, the alternative is finding a place here in Indianapolis that would be a large repository of beautiful things that they would covet and hoard.
Covetousness, greed, yes.
So
we can start at this IMA. Is that what
the
is
Indiana Museum of Art? It is
priceless works. I take it, or
there are several pieces there from all over the world that
sounds like a
also
good
some
place as any, I guess.
Also, some stuff that might be a bit modern for their tastes, but
there are many types of worms. So
the other possibility is
it all depends on who's leading them, and I have no idea who that would be. Can I get a roll on that, Scott, to see?
Yeah.
Who the big daddy dragon is?
Yeah, because that would be a differentiator. 93.
All right, the last leader of the worms that you were aware of in this hemisphere was Malachi. He was an old worm who came to the New World to help not help. He came across with Leif Erikson and helped his people traverse there to the New World that was found, and he found the lands bountiful and the game easy to catch, and made himself at home in the New World and left Leif Erikson to do whatever he wanted to do.
So he packed some Viking snacks for the trip, and then when he wanted something without scurvy, he forgot about them.
Gotcha. Just from my memory, the last to lead the worms was that of a Norse dragon, I guess if you want to put it that way. Came over with Leif Erikson. Being an older dragon, I think that he would shy more towards the antiquities of the old world to remind him of whence he came. So this IMA or another museum.
It does have exhibits from Europe and Asia.
I was going to say any of the Scandinavian countries or antiquities from those countries would probably be very attractive.
It might also be that he... if he's covetous of the treasures of the land where he lives now, the Idlejourg Museum is a place of many artworks by the Native American tribes.
I'd probably shy away from that just because those are native peoples of this land, correct?
Yes.
Let's start with the IMA. I think you were spot on with what you were going with that choice.
All right. What do we do when we get there? Commune with big pile of money?
I'll use Face Sight and see if we can find any openings or find any entrances or exits to the Fey world. And then once that happens, probably take a peek.
Okay. So, Lumen, have you thought about any, I don't know, edicts you want to make? Tell your subjects, hey, stop biting each other, or something like that.
Did you say biting?
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
who's biting who?
Hey, you could institute the UN Declaration of Rights if you wanted. You're the queen.
But this is a good point. Which armies are on your side or at your back right now? You have, what is it? The wild.
The wild. Yeah, the
Are
wild.
the in-betweeners? Have they?
The in-betweeners are diffident.
They're in between.
Like they
Fair
are.
enough.
I mean, we saw that
like
coming.
They do.
Tial is going to be difficult anyway. He tried to talk us out of this entire operation.
He wants to back the winner, whoever that is, and he doesn't know who it is.
There are trolls to the north. There are the eaters to the east. I don't even know what that means. There's the goblin army, and these Shi, the banshee or whatever.
The Shi are the nobles of the Fae. I would expect them to be one of the last armies to leave Celine's side to come to ours. The goblins are not held in high regard. They are the unseelie. They are, they like you would say with Cobra, maybe.
Let's get them.
Dreadnoks, got it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I understand what you're saying. The guys that you leave in the swamp until you really need them to mess things up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What would we call them? Meat shields?
Okay. All right. Well, we'll at the same time, their going rate is probably quite affordable.
No, understood. And
But you got what you paid for.
with this leader of the worms or whatnot, I would ascertain that he would be a ice dragon or a lightning dragon. I'm not sure, so it'll be interesting.
Okay.
But I think this is a good idea. We can start there at least.
All right. So what do you want to do once we start talking to this man? I mean, dragon.
Going to try to come to an accord and an understanding and see if we can sway him to our side, which, knowing him as a worm, knowing him as a dragon, we will need to do probably a huge favor for him to get him to even listen. I have no idea what that would be.
Here's a little bit of advice I've found in trying to court
Dragons?
people of violence to be more friendly towards you. Now, I don't know if we want to, try to. There are a variety of ways of making somebody more well disposed to you. Mm-hmm. I think threats and getting them laid is probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
So why don't we think about what we could do to bribe him or pay him off?
No, agreed. We have no idea what he wants, and we don't even know if he's prone to violence. He could be a totally different worm than we were expecting. We won't know until we actually meet said individual, and if we don't even know if this is the right location yet, or a good location.
All right.
But no, I agree with you. We need to understand through the negotiation what's important to him. I have no idea.
Well, he's presumably an adventurer's soul, or at least he was 1,000 years ago.
Most of my kind are. They didn't come here by happenstance. They get bored easily, so they're adventurers.
All right. Maybe I could come up with a gadget that would capture his attention, but again, we'll need to learn a little more about him.
They're also prone to anger. Don't piss them off too much.
Fair.
Yeah, especially if there's 50 or 60 of them. So, but anyway, so the IMA
suits me. I'll buy the tickets. unless you want to, turn into a like a service animal or something. But
What can't you just fabricate tickets?
I will politely decline.
fair. No, I have my own money. Some quantity thereof.
I would hope so.
Yeah. There are times, we don't have to use powers all the time.
No.
All right.
So how are you getting to the IMA?
All right. Well,
How did we get to the bar?
You walked to the bar.
Oh, did we?
I guess. I mean, it's close enough
It's
to
downtown. You can walk almost anywhere.
all right.
From
I said almost.
from Galvanic's house to 12th, that's a lengthy walk.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Walking from imaginary place to imaginary place is actually surprisingly fast.
walk.
We're there.
Oh,
Screen wipe. All right.
screen wipe.
I hurt you.
I
All
will
right.
hurt
Well,
you.
actually, you guys sit tight for about half an hour. I'm going to go and get my truck.
You have a truck?
I have a truck. I'm going to go to my house in Fishers.
Nice.
You have a house?
Yes, I have a house. I took you there.
You've been holding out.
Yeah.
Oh, that was your house?
Actually, here. Well, the thing is, I'm on my bike.
I
I don't think I can fit all of you. So, unless you turn into something more manageable.
Yeah, I can.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to ride on the back of my motorcycle, I'll take.
So you're going to Mushu it up,
Yeah, I'll
into a
turn into a
little-
little mouse. I'll hop in his
little
pocket.
dragon.
Sure.
All right. Okay, so or I could just take us there this way.
We could have Ubered.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Uber.
All right. Well, I'm going. Okay, if you guys don't mind taking.
No. 2014, there wasn't Uber.
That's true. Yeah. Oh, living in the past is so convenient.
Life in the fast lane.
We've used so many way too modern things.
Whatever.
Like the 1800s.
It's like Uber Eats. We used that. That wasn't a thing.
That's true.
Wait, what are these things called? Landline phones?
I don't know. I don't
What?
even know what they are.
I was like,
Rotary?
the wireless web is still called the wireless web for no good reason.
Yeah.
All right, if you guys don't
go
mind a little detour. Okay, so La Casa Shotgun is an old farmhouse across from the I don't remember what I called it. Oh, here we go. I have a house in Fishers. It's an old farmhouse across from Hickory Meadows Estate, which is a large tract of suburban cookie cutter houses. This was my grandmother's farm, and I sold the farmland across the street to be turned into this development. I sunk the.
So he does have money. Of his
Real
own.
estate.
I sunk the
mogul.
last
Little bit.
I sunk the last money that I had into that I had while I was in prison. I had I had them provide for my mother before she died. And that's
Medical bills, you know.
yeah, medical
I
bills.
mean, that'll do you.
Okay.
So,
So hop in your pocket.
yep, and all right, I will. So I've got a rickety truck. I mean, it's I'll say
The truck that he picked in Karate Kid 2. Yeah, I'm with you.
it's. I'm going to say it's a Ford F-150. That's
Oh, okay.
moderate size one.
I was thinking a 38 Ford, but
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
you're like
It's
an
gonna be-
F-150. All right, I'm with you.
It's going to be a little bit, nothing too flashy, but
Okay.
something for us to get around in.
Sure.
With a cab enough for 3 or 4 people.
Sure.
And
Do you, who calls not gun? Who rides in the back? Like driving
No,
Miss Daisy.
I'm in his shirt pocket. I'm
technically, all the seats are shotgun.
Very nice.
I'm going to
But
tweak
anyway.
his nipple.
Shotgun.
Anyway.
All right.
All right. So this will be, I'll park the bike back at my house.
Yeah. Drive, Jeeves.
All right. We'll head back downtown to
38th Street.
38th Street. Head to the IMA.
Alrighty. You pull into the IMA, and there's the big banner over the top that says Viking Exhibit.
The Viking exhibit. We've lucked out.
Hey!
Your Leif
Hey!
Erikson eating buddy is going to be delighted by this stuff.
Dragons don't eat humans.
They might chew on them a little bit.
They're like chicken. They're too sinewy. They're too... Ugh, no. Anyway.
The dragon doth protest too much, methinks. All right.
You go up, you purchase 3 tickets. They're like, okay, the museum is closing in 20 minutes.
Okay.
We'll be quick.
I'm sorry, the museum is closing in 15 minutes.
We'll be really quick.
Okay, excellent.
We are rapid appreciators. All right. Let's beat feet over to this special exhibit of Viking antiquities.
Well, we can hide out for 15 minutes until people leave, too. So
We can just dick around. I don't. They won't throw us out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys do your, I'm turning Japanese, I really think so, in front of all the little paintings, and then shuffle to the left and shuffle to the right. No, you don't do, okay, never mind. I thought that was pretty
Terrible video.
Terrible.
terrible.
All right.
The
So,
80s
yeah,
are dead.
You the 80s are alive. So you wander around for what, or do you just go straight out to the to the Vikings thing?
I think that this is very interesting. We should check out this excellent happenstance.
Alrighty. You wander into the main wing. It's the westernmost wing of the IMA.
Oh, that's great. That's where they're coming
Okay.
from, the West. Symbolism.
Dun dun dun. Surprisingly, the new exhibit is almost empty. There's surprisingly few people in it.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting. So with being some form of Fae or whatnot, how would I go about activating my own Fae sight? I would have some way to be able to do that, correct?
Yeah.
You're like, sure, whatever,
Sure.
technically, I guess.
You see, he gets all squinty. He's all squinty little mouse. Mm-hmm. All right, give me a roll on intuition.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't have to buy 3 tickets. He's a mouse.
No, you only buy 2 tickets. You save
All
a
right.
ticket. Hooray.
That's like $20.
95.
All right, there is a helmet. Mm-hmm. One of the Viking helmets. No, it does not have horns. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is like the bullet casing. It's like a bullet shell little helmet that comes down and studded around the sides that glows bright with Fey incantations.
Okay. Just walk up.
It's one of 3 helmets on a little stand. They're not under glass. Mm-hmm. They don't look to be remarkable in the least.
Gotcha.
He wanders up to these were the the Vikings didn't have horns, and this is one of these they put it together for the kids that went, no idiots, they didn't all look like the Grand Poobah.
Gotcha. So shotgun. Mm-hmm. This is imbued with a lot of different Fey powers anyway that I can take that and you can replace it with one of your weird machinations or
Yeah, I think I can do a switcheroo on that.
Okay.
Do you need to remove it from this place?
That I'm not sure. I just know that it's imbued with a lot of Fey magic. That's all I know right now.
All right. Well, I'm going to look right, look left.
Nobody in here.
All right. Look at the stand. Does it look like it's alarmed or
No.
no? All right. Well,
Oh, yoink.
okay. I'm going to touch it. Okay.
It can be picked up.
All right. All right. So do you want to wear it or what?
I don't know. Here, let me see it. So I'll just take it. I'll look at it.
Okay.
Anything happens when I pick it up.
Yes.
Okay.
He reaches out for it. You touch it, you move it, you reorient it. It's not taped down or hammered down or nailed down or whatever And you see Leviathan's just sort of like, okay, whatever, and reaches out and picks it up. The minute it clears the little pedestal that it's on from behind all 3 of you. By the way, you've come back to normal size.
Yeah.
Human
I said
form,
it was
I take
human,
it?
yeah.
Okay. The minute, you pick it up and you hear from behind you, put that back.
Do a little peek. Who is it?
Just some weird Asian-looking guy. He's in a business suit, black suit, red tie, shorn, like buzz cut.
Okay.
Kind of a Jet Li looking, like he's muscular under the suit, but looks sternly at the 3 of you and says, put that back.
My apologies, sir. I'm sorry. I got a little handsy. I was just admiring the amazing art. So anyway, setting it back down.
I'm sizing this guy up.
Face sight on him.
Oh yeah, you're blind. No, yeah, he's got all kind of Fae all over the place.
Blinded by the light.
Perhaps you're the person that we came here to see. Actually,
Oh,
This guy is blazing with all kinds of Fey magic.
do you know? You've told us the name of this dragon, right?
Did you give me a name or no?
Malachi was.
I did.
Yeah.
Then we'll just say yes, Retro.
Okay.
Yes, his name is Malachi.
All right. We're looking for Malachi. Do you know him?
Who doesn't?
Well,
We don't, and we were hoping to make his acquaintance.
Oh,
or at the very least, we want to parlay.
well, only one of you is a dragon. All of you want to parlay?
No, I would like to meet with him on behalf of my friends, of course,
Okay.
and
then
Queen Lumen.
I'm sorry.
Queen Lumen, and I
Who is that? Oh, you point to her and
I point Her Majesty.
Queen of what?
She's queen of the glowing court.
She is supplanting Celine.
Yeah, what they said.
A look of partial shock, partial amazement, partial amusement, like all of these rocket across this guy's face.
Yeah. We have come as envoys on her behalf to speak to the worms.
Then why did you come here?
Not knowing exactly the best place to find our kind. Is starting here.
Did you wish to speak with Alenzia? Give me a roll on your total memory.
74?
On?
Hold on. 40. It's yellow.
All right. Alenzia is one of the famous, infamous. She's one of the neutrals. She hasn't been in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
I use finger quotes. She's fought, but hasn't been in any of the, like, now all the worms will take sides and the army of the worms. She's all like, okay, bye, guys. I'll see you when you come back. She's been the Switzerland of worm kind. There are 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. There's one that sits somewhere in the south on a giant pile of gold that just won't move. There are others that she's Switzerland.
I got you. We were hoping to get the audience of Malachi, who leads our kind, but
However, we are willing to offer appropriate respects to your mistress if that is appropriate.
So why do you need to speak with Alenzia?
Well,
do you relay this to them,
Yes.
Switzerland?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah. And I will say to them is that we have come to make an alliance with the worms on behalf of Queen Lumen.
Alenzia typically does not take sides in these types of fights.
Then we will give her the tip of the hat to show that we do not mean any disrespect by coming in. This is, I take it, her territory. Is that correct?
She travels with the exhibit.
Oh.
It gives her an opportunity to both get to know Malachi's favorite things a little better, and it gives her free passage to other places. There are times when she gets bored with where she is, and the ability to move around with a traveling exhibit gives her the opportunity and the means to move her and her things, large boxes, trucks full of possessions, from place to place to place to place to place.
Nice.
Then it seems that we it seems like we were close, but barking up the wrong tree.
No, not necessarily. You said you wanted to contact, I'm sorry, Queen, what was your name again?
Lumen.
Princess Lumen, perhaps. Are you a queen of your own kingdom yet?
Yeah.
You have a kingdom?
Yeah.
She has seized that of former Queen Celine's.
She's taken the rose bush away from her, as it were.
You all do know that the Rose Queen is not dead.
Oh, absolutely.
No, she has been exiled, which means that she will probably return. So with that, we are mounting our forces.
You know that the Rose Queen is back in the city?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, she doesn't waste any time, does she?
No, we are preparing for the oncoming fight.
Then you want to have a quick word with my mistress? Is that the understanding?
Sure, why not? That would be...
You're looking to contact Malachi. I'm quite sure she would know how.
Please, yes.
And what do you offer in tribute?
I am not sure what your fancy is, or what would entice you to allow us this
How do you like
favor?
diamonds?
He kind of shrugs. He's like, diamonds?
Yeah.
Do you have anything that would be entertainment for her?
Actually, I think I can come up with something. All right.
Make a pogo stick.
How How do you feel? Let me see here.
Yeah, what kind of entertainment does she see?
Actually, I think I have a trinket that would that she could find an amusing use for.
Oh,
And I've got a Geiger counter.
okay.
Now, this is a normal Geiger counter. It can be now. It's currently it is used to track radioactivity. Now let's see. With the proper, if you happen to have a briefcase, any briefcase will do. I didn't bring one normally.
He reaches down by one of the exhibits, one of the pedestals, and he pulls out a briefcase. It's the standard click click. And
All right.
Black leather.
Okay, I will open the briefcase, and then thumb starts glowing. Activate control hard radiation
Okay.
with a 98.
Okay.
Whoa.
Are you trying to set the briefcase on fire?
No.
Okay, good.
I'm okay, and then I'll wave the it shows that this will track to about 10 miles.
Really?
Yes. It's how they track whales in marine biology. However, there is another signal in the city at the moment that will throw it off. But I imagine that one is going to wear off in the next couple of days. This, however, that's a salty one. This is going to last a good deal longer than that. Years.
Could you do that with a coin?
Oh, absolutely.
2 coins?
Yeah, if you ask nicely, I'm sure I could arrange that.
He reaches into his pocket. He pulls out 2 coins that look very old. They perhaps have runes stamped into them. He hands them over to you and goes, "Those 2 coins, if you please."
All right.
Face side on those?
Okay. Oh, they shine.
Okay.
You want me to roll again, or
No, that's fine.
no? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just use the same thumb.
Yeah.
Sure.
I will ask, what are the magic coins for? Very interesting.
Oh, if you can follow these, then they can be used as payment and then track back to whatever mound or circle that they're kept in or wherever the next hoard may be.
No, normally I would say just put them in the briefcase, but now you have there. Now you have 3. Here is this nifty thing. It's not a wand, but pretty damn close for what we want to do.
He holds out his hand.
I will present him all of these trinkets.
You hand them over. And
I'll put them in the briefcase and hand them to him.
Okay. You hand him the briefcase, and all 3 of you feel the hair on your arms and your neck stand on end. It's like you've had wool socks on, and you've been all over the carpet. Like that feeling right before you touch the doorknob. You know the one I'm talking about.
It's the boss battle.
And he says, "She will see you now." And he bows before you in your direction.
All right. In that case, I will. I'm assuming that it's behind us.
That it is. Do all of you turn around together?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Standing at approximately 14 feet tall is a wyvern, 4-footed. I don't want to say wyvern. I want to say dragon. Longer body though.
A little more snaky.
A little more snaky.
Okay.
Almost ice white with a bluish tinge to it. The face of the dragon looks very scaled, looks very European dragon, only a longer face, tufts of whitish silver hair. Where the feet touch the ground and kind of paw gently as though she had just stepped in through a doorway. There are small crackles of electricity between her and the tile floor. There is a level of static electricity in the room now that wasn't there moments ago. As the briefcase clicks closed, and you see the corners of the dragon's mouth pull back, showing teeth, and her jaws open. 5-6-inch daggers fill her mouth from side to side. She says, "Good evening." And that'll do us tonight for Gaming with Scott. Hooray! We thank you for listening, and as always, you'll hear from us real soon. Bye.
Bye.
And that's it tonight for us on the Gaming with Scott podcast. You can always send us an email at feedback@gamingwithscott.com or catch us on Twitter. John Garlick is at JPGarlic. Josh Jackson is at ActionJack853. Jay Payne is at StupidPuppyGames. Jay Duguay is at @1_nerdy_mama. Or me, Scott T, at GamingWScott. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/GamingWScott. This is a Southgate Media production. Remember, be the superhero you always wanted to see in the world. And as always, you'll be hearing from us real soon.